I'm Jessie Vickers, Creative Director of JLB Creative, and today we are on Isle of Palms. This is a beautiful island paradise. Come check it out. The living room had to be fabulous in this space because it's the first thing that you see when you walk in. And the client, one of the big requirements was he did not want the television to feel like a big focal point. So we designed custom built-ins with great hidden drawer storage for all of his media equipment. And we suggested the frame TV so that the client can pick and choose whatever art that he wants to display when he's not watching television. This is a great solution. It also added a lot of warmth with the natural white oak, but we didn't get too heavy because we also kept some painted elements. And although the client is really more of a white, gray, maybe some wood as far as his material palette, we thought it was important to bring in a few colors that felt really relevant to the exterior in terms of the natural surroundings. So this chair, there's a little bit of a southern feel with the caning and a bit of a vintage vibe. And then this gorgeous dark olive fabric is just the perfect complement to the other colors in the space. We did mixed materials on the coffee table, so bringing in some concrete with wood as well. It kind of adds to this masculine but light and airy organic coastal vibe. And then one of my favorite pieces about this space is this incredible, hundreds of years old reclaimed console piece. It really anchors the entire living space, and it is the connector between this and the open kitchen dining plan. By far one of my favorite places in the home. The client's original goal was to stick to a palette of white and gray. And he also really wanted to use quartz as opposed to natural stone from a durability standpoint. So when I heard that, I thought, okay, we can make that happen, but what can we do to make sure that those elements don't feel too sterile? How can we bring in an organic element that feels really tied into the natural surroundings and just a little bit more warm and soulful? So we decided to bring in some coastal detailing with some of the cabinetry details. So you'll notice that instead of just paneling the fridge and freezer with a shaker cabinet style, we went with more of a shiplap vibe. And above the refrigerator, where one would normally have, fairly unusable cabinetry because it's too high, we made it a moment. We decided to create shadow boxes with beautiful display opportunity. We paneled the back with the white oak just to bring in a little bit more warmth. And then we carried that same white oak over to our hood. So we've got a great detail along the top of the hood, sort of an inset lintel idea. We did a plaster on our hood and brought it all the way down to the countertop. And this was one of those other elements that I really liked as far as bringing in some organic vibe and breaking up the kitchen. We also left him a ton of space on the counter, but we did bring down these, these upper cabinets in more of like a tower. I loved the extra storage that it gave and also just the visual component that it had. And then because he's not into like overly busy backsplashes, we took this quartz that he loved so much and we just ran it up the back to a higher than normal spot, and we felt like it just tied everything on this back wall together. And so his beautiful perimeter in the white paired with this gorgeous dark charcoal on the island and these elements of the black contrasting in the lighting and this knurled cabinet hardware, just the perfect combination. Now we're in the bathroom, and we are really proud of how this one turned out.